Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for another album review. Well, this time it's going to be an album review for Luke Hemmings' new album, When Facing the Things We Turn Away From, that I did promise I was going to review. Uh, but I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this Luke Hemmings album, because I didn't really hear all the singles. I just wanted to be surprised with how the album's going to turn out. But yeah, and I'll let you know my thoughts on what I thought of this album. So let's dive into this review. Now, it starts off with the first song, Motion, and I really enjoyed that song. But my favorite one has got to be Saigon, when he mentions the lyric, when facing the things we turn away from, singing in his falsetto voice, Luke Hemmings is. It sounds really good, and the song itself was very good. Place in Me was an enjoyable track too. I really enjoyed that song. Starting Line, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it at first, but when I first heard it, I was like, this doesn't seem interesting. Then coming back to it again, I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty good. There's some drum work in it, like soft drum work, and just Luke Hemmings singing, and it's sounding really nice. This whole album was really beautiful. I really enjoyed it. Uh, it's just the production was amazing. The execution is not that bad, meaning it's very good. Um, Baby Blue was another favorite of mine. So was Repeat. Even though I wasn't sure if I was gonna like how the melody was gonna play out, but it didn't disappoint, I guess you could say. Uh, Mum was a British term, mum, which I can't say it in a British accent because I'm not British, unfortunately. uh, but I don't want to sound like I'm being cocky right there. I'm just pointing out what I know. But yeah, Mum was not a bad song. It wasn't my favorite, but it was fine. A Beautiful Dream. I love the production work in that song. Sounds really good, and musically it's amazing. And Luke Hemmings singing in the song sounds pretty good at some parts in the song. There's certain sections in the song where I wasn't sure if I was gonna like, but after hearing it for the first time, it was a quite enjoyable song. So was Slip Away and Diamonds. Uh, Slip Away was a really good song. Most of this album is pretty soft uh, music and all that. It's just regular pop rock kind of music that he's going for with his sound. And it's not a terrible album. It's a pretty good album, I guess you could say. Uh, the last two songs, that's where the album started to fall back into like okay songs. So the last two songs weren't bad. Come Down started off very mellow, and I wasn't sure if I was liking it. But for what it was going for, I think towards the end of the song it got better. Bloodline was only like a 2 minute and 4 second song, so you're not in for a very long song. It's just Luke Hemmings singing really nicely, and just the flow of the song. It was not bad. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't bad. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I think only 3 songs I gave 4.5 out of 5s, which was Mum, Bloodline, and Come Down. They weren't bad songs. They just didn't meet my expectation of getting a 5 out of 5, in my opinion. But I love the beginning of the album. It starts off very well. And then certain songs towards the end of the album got really good, from 8 to 10. And uh, 1 through 6 was very good, and then 8 to 10 were my favorites. So I guess you could say 9 out of 12 songs were really outstanding. The other 3, I don't know if I like as much, but I'll have to hear this album again in full to see where my loyalties lie with it by the end of the year. But overall, I think execution, it's pretty good, and production wise, it's pretty good as well. So overall, like I was gonna say before saying that, um, I think the Luke Hemmings album, When Facing the Things We Turn Away From, sorry, I'm slurring my words again, was pretty good. I really enjoyed this album, and this is gonna be on my best albums of 2021 for sure. Um, and I may decide to purchase it in due time if I decide to. I got already a lot of 2021 CDs from the first and second quarter and parts of the second quarter. I didn't get every CD this year, but there's certain albums that I do want to own. But for right now, I'm probably just going to stick with going digital for a bit because I can't afford to get any luxury items right now. But yeah, for a score, I'm gonna give Luke Hemmings's "When Facing the Things We Turn Away From" album an 8.5 out of 10. This was a pretty good album. Highly recommend you check this album out if you haven't heard it. It's gonna be out tomorrow or at midnight tonight, so you guys are gonna be in for a good album, a very good album. But definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Luke Hemmings album, When Facing the Things We Turn Away From. He's actually the lead singer of 5 Seconds of Summer, so he just wanted to go with a solo work this time around. And it did not disappoint. It was quite good. Uh, I was really enjoying this album, so I think it was better than the Black Bear EP. Much better than that, and so was the Killers album was better than Black Bear's extended play, because that's one of the weakest EPs I've heard this Friday, or this coming up Friday's releases. But yeah, if you did enjoy this album review for Luke Hemmings, When Facing the Things We Turn Away From, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will be returning to you for the Keith Wall in This World or the Next album review. It may be tonight when I am able to find it and also review it as well. Because I just didn't find the tracks yet. So I'll try being on the lookout for the download, for being able to download the album. So it could take a bit, but yeah. But overall, like I said, this Luke Hemmings album was pretty good, and it's probably going to be at a certain spot in my best albums of 2021 at the end of the year. So unfortunately, you're not going to see that till after Christmas. But yeah. But I hope you enjoyed this album review for Luke Hemmings, When Facing the Things We Turn Away From. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible, this review. Definitely stay safe, take care, and I will see you in my next album review, which should be tonight. So I'll see you in my next video.